Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're diving into a literal masterclass in grassroots community health. If you've ever wondered how to effectively build wellness from the ground up, starting right in your own kitchen and then expanding that out to your entire neighborhood, you are definitely in the right place.
So the organization behind this whole hidden blueprint is the Angels Botswana Society, or GABS for short. And what they're doing is pretty incredible. They're proving that just tiny, consistent lifestyle tweaks can actually make a massive difference in combating modern health crises. And they are completely transforming their communities from the inside out.
Here's our agenda for today. First up, we'll look at the Eat Well, Live Well concept. Second, the dangers we face. Third, core nutrition and hygiene. Fourth, healthy eating on a budget. And finally, community action and services.
All right, let's jump right into section 1. Eat well, live well. And define the core philosophy here.
You know, eating well really isn't just about filling our stomachs, right? It's actually a two-pronged approach. It's the practice of eating balanced, nutritious foods to actively support both your physical and your mental well-being. Plus, it's absolutely crucial for promoting healthy child growth and warding off disease. It's basically drawing a straight line from what's on your plate directly to better energy, a rock-solid immune system, and vibrant mental health.
Moving right along to section 2, the dangers we face, and specifically, the risks of poor nutrition.
Look, we've all been there, grabbing a soda for a quick energy boost or leaning on highly processed convenience foods after a super long day. But here's the thing, those everyday dietary missteps, they're silent threats. Over time, things like excess sugar, way too much salt, and junk food act as direct catalysts for severe lifestyle diseases. We're talking diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, and obesity. The cause and effect here is just undeniable, and honestly, the stakes couldn't possibly be higher.
So, let's look at the solution in section 3, core nutrition and hygiene, where we'll figure out how to build that healthy plate.
To actually function properly, our bodies crave a really diverse mix of nutrients. Healthy eating is entirely about balance. That means giving equal real estate on your plate to fresh fruits and veggies for those vital minerals, proteins for growth, whole grains for sustained energy, and of course, healthy fats and dairy or its alternatives. You literally can't just stick to one food group. You absolutely need the whole spectrum to thrive.
But hold on, because food is really only part of the equation. You could eat a perfect diet, but if you're chronically dehydrated, your body simply cannot process those nutrients. Drinking plenty of clean water and, yes, actively ditching those sugary drinks is basically your immune system's best friend. And that is especially true when the weather starts heating up.
Now think of hygiene as this invisible shield protecting all that great nutritious food we just talked about. I mean, it doesn't matter how balanced your plate is if the food isn't safe, right? So, by rigorously washing your hands before cooking, safely prepping your ingredients, making sure you store food properly, and taking actual steps to prevent food poisoning, we are literally stopping illness before it even gets a chance to start.
All right, let's talk money in section 4, healthy eating on a budget. This is all about nutrition for every family.
Okay, there's this massive conception out there that wellness is only for the wealthy. Well, the GABS program completely shatters that idea by teaching some highly pragmatic, wallet-friendly skills. We're talking focused meal planning, smart shopping for local ingredients, cooking low-cost meals, and intentionally cutting down on food waste. It really proves that nutritious food doesn't have to break the bank. You totally don't need fancy, imported superfoods. Just utilizing affordable local ingredients is hands down the smartest way to eat well.
And taking that self-sufficiency even a step further, the initiative is a huge advocate for home gardening. And no, you don't need to be some sort of master botanist to pull this off. Even just a few pots of herbs on a small balcony can turn into a sustainable source of fresh, cost-effective ingredients. Growing your own veggies and fruits drastically slashes your grocery bill, all while promoting long-term food security for your entire household. It's a real game changer.
Finally, let's zoom out in section 5, community action and services, where we're taking health to the streets.
The sheer scale of the GABS outreach is honestly just incredible, mostly because they systematically tailor their approach to every single demographic. Check this out. For schools, they're running nutrition clubs and healthy lunch campaigns. For families and youth, it's cooking demos and sports days. And for the broader public, they've got health screenings and aerobic sessions. They make absolutely sure that nobody is left behind in this wellness conversation.
A huge cornerstone of this big-picture approach is their community health screening campaigns. By partnering directly with local clinics, hospitals, and dietitians, they run these vital screening services, stuff like blood pressure checks, blood sugar testing for diabetes awareness, weight and BMI education, and direct nutrition counseling. This is absolutely critical. It helps people flag hidden health risks super early on, which puts the power in their hands to make real changes way before a minor issue snowballs into a chronic disease.
Of course, doing the groundwork is really only half the battle, right? Spreading the word is the rest of it. They amplify their impact by running these loud, proud public awareness campaigns. They use literally everything at their disposal: social media, local radio talks, flyers, and good old-fashioned community dialogues. By constantly broadcasting the message, healthy food, healthy life, they make sure this vital education reaches every single corner of the community.
Wow, so we've covered an incredible amount of ground today, looking at how one organization is laying down the ultimate blueprint for community wellness. As we wrap up this explainer, I want you to really think about this core philosophy. Your health starts on your plate. It's such a simple idea, but it places the power of disease prevention entirely in your hands. So I'll leave you with this. What is the very first tiny change you're going to make to your next meal to start building a healthier life?